I had always heard about Kohlberg's 7 levels of ethical and moral decision making and purpose. And I had learned about them in high school. And then I learned about them again when I was teaching a class. And then I learned about them again in college. And I thought, oh my gosh, I really should pay attention to these. And the first 3 levels about purpose, or how we find life in a sense, is about ourselves. And it's really what they call the me levels. It's, do I get praise and recognition? Am I getting a reward? Is there some kind of consequences? It's about the me level. And then the next 3 levels are about others. It's about, because it's the law. Why do you drive 55? Because it's the law. Why do you come home on time for curfew? Because it's the rules of the house, because I know it's meant to keep me safe. Ultimately, the top level there is, why do we do certain things? Because it's the right thing to do. It's right for others. And then the top level, the third level, is really because it's a higher purpose. There's a greater reason, because it's pleasing to God, because there's really a better reason to do things. And so I'm a civil engineer by trade. A lot of great things I had done in my life, but I kept coming back to those levels and saying, am I really doing things for a better reason? Am I doing things for the right reason? Not just to see something that I've built through construction or through engineering, but really to kind of make it come full circle and to do things for an even better reason. So I had to challenge myself. And so really becoming a motivational speaker and trainer is how I found my passion and my purpose, in a sense, to help people feel that spark and to help them feel like they're worthy and that life has this amazing purpose for each of us. Life is about connections. It's about relationships. I mean, if you think about it, we're born with an umbilical cord, right? We're born connected. And we are really meant to take those little things in life for each of us, whether it be connected to ourselves, to others, to our maker, whatever it is. It's to feel that connection to nature, to something, and to know that we are built and made to grow and move forward, not just to be stagnant, but to always be growing and moving and changing and blooming and connecting with ourselves, with others. Because really, my mom always used to say, you're born with one wing, Jennifer. It isn't until you truly embrace someone else that you really fly. That way you have 2 wings. And whether it be, your maker or whoever it is, if you can really feel connected, that is when we can really fly. And that, to me, really encompasses what life is about, that connection, relationships, just being able to connect. I think happiness comes from within. And it comes from your connection to really a higher power and to your own self-confidence to know, I'm good, I'm worthy. I'm worthy whether they are with me or not. I'm worthy whether they like me or not. I'm worthy whether they make fun of me or not. I am worthy of great things. I am worthy of good relationships. I am worthy to be loved. And I think when you look at it that way, the misconception is, don't wait for other people to make you happy. It is here. The same thing's going to happen to me that's going to happen to you. It's all how we look at it. It's all how we look at it. My mother, whenever something would happen in the community or just in life, a child would die or, someone's house the pipes would burst. And I'd say, Mom, why did that happen? And she would just shake her head and say, I don't know, put comfortable shoes in my coffin. I'm like, what is she talking about? So my father passed away in 1992, and she sent me and my husband to the funeral home with his ensemble to wear in the casket. And she sent his blue suit and his beautiful blue tie and his blue socks and his matching dark blue shoes that were beautiful. And she gave me a separate bag and said, tell the funeral director to put his favorite slippers in the casket with him. And I thought, okay, I'm a little embarrassed. Really, the funeral director's response that really struck me. So I gave him all the clothes, the socks, the shoes, and I gave him the extra bag. And I said, by the way, would you mind putting his favorite bedroom slippers in the casket as well? He said, of course, no problem. And he didn't even bat an eye. And I thought, okay, this is weird. I must not be the person asking for this. So I went home and said, Mom, what does that mean? And just as you beautifully described, she said, Jennifer, you walk that kind of, in quotes, that last mile when you die. And those are the times when you can ask God questions. And it becomes known to you, all the things that didn't make sense during your lifetime. And when you get there, you'll be able to kind of connect the dots and say, oh, that's why that happened. So that this would make sense. Oh, now I understand. And she believed that my father had many questions and had many things that he wanted to talk over with his maker one day. And she knew that if she put comfortable shoes in his casket, that would mean he'd have a comfortable last journey on his walk into paradise. And so when I found that, it really kind of gave me peace, Valeria, because I thought, one, my dad's going to be okay. But two, also that things will make sense within the right time. Maybe not my time, but in the right time. They're going to all make sense. And so when I kind of came to peace with that, I now tell my kids all the time, one day, put comfortable shoes in my coffin because I have a lot of questions too. And I hope one day it'll all make sense.